Good morning, YouTube. Hey, everyone out there in survival land. How you doing? Oh, they're frisky. Oh, look at that. Look at them go. Now, these things ignite really quick. See how quick? I just barely touched that.
Hey YouTube, Peter Perkaz coming at you. Hey, how's everyone doing today? Hey, just a little weather update here in Michigan. It's been pretty chilly and very, very windy as of late. For the last 15 to 20 days, it's been very windy for most days. And it's kind of strange. I don't recall it ever being quite this windy for so many days almost in a row. You know, it's been really blustery here, and the weather temperature has been a little on the low side. The temperature has been ranging in the upper 20s and the lower 30s, and where I'm at in my part of the state, the normal right now should be in the upper 30s, lower 40s. So it is definitely a little colder than what it should be. What's it like in your neck of the woods? Just just to give you an idea of what's going on in Michigan. It's supposed to be a very, very cold and snowy winter this year, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, let's get on with today's video. And as we know, the Wikileaks founder has been put in jail. A British judge jailed the Wikileaks founder on Tuesday, ordering the leader of the secret-spilling website behind bars as his organization's finances came under increasing pressure. Now, a lot of people say that this is a CIA propaganda thing. You know, I really don't know if it has anything to do with the CIA. I haven't really done enough research on it. Personally, I like the WikiLeaks. I think it's a great thing. I think it's a way to hold our government accountable. You know, if our government wouldn't lie so damn much, we wouldn't be in all these problems, because as everybody knows, once you make one lie, then you got to make another lie to cover up that lie. And then you need another lie to cover those two lies, and now you got 3 lies, and then the next person finds out something else, and before you know it, everything's knotted together, and you don't remember what you said the first time to cover up the last time. And if our government was just straightforward and forthcoming, we wouldn't have these problems, bottom line. So that is the headlines for today. But I want to move on with my video here, and this is a great link here. Obama's leadership under scrutiny amid negotiations with GOP. It seems as though that Obama is losing his grip on the presidency, and we all pretty much know that. And right here in the headlines say, President Obama's failure to stand his ground in ongoing negotiation with Republicans on key issues from taxes to jobless benefits has stirred howls of protest from many of his supporters. And that is obviously true. He took the presidency in 2008, and I honestly think the job has been a little too much for him. It seems as though I think he's a bit surprised as to just how hard being president is, and he doesn't have good leadership qualities. And I certainly didn't vote for him. I voted Libertarian for president, and obviously, we obviously know the Libertarian didn't get in there, but it's just, Obama promised change, and I think the change he promised wasn't necessarily to make the country better. I think the change he wanted to change the direction of the United States. He wanted to change the thinking ideas of the United States, and that's exactly what he's tried to do very, very hard. And it's a shame that many people have said that he doesn't have the how can I say, the recollection of being a true American, obviously because he's not a true American, being born outside the United States. As a president, he's a fraud, being not a naturalized citizen. But anyway, you know, when we're born here and we learn our American history, and you know, we all have this feeling of home and you know, a love for our forefathers and things like that, is that, you know, most of us want to keep those forefather traditions going in this country. Well, it seems as though Obama wants to rewrite history and just kind of take this country in a new direction. But I just don't think it's working for him. It's more challenging than I thought it was. That he thought it was going to be, and I don't know. It just he doesn't have like one cut dry direction that he wants to go in, other than driving this country to the ground. But anyway, this is a very interesting article that I came across. Obama hails U.S. trade deal with South Korea. You know, this is actually kind of scary because it talks about, you know, importing and exporting cars from Korea. And there's a line in here. Here it is. I just found it. It says, this pact would be the largest since the North American Free Trade Agreement with Canada and Mexico in 1994. How in the hell can you compare anything to the North American Free Trade Agreement? This is the one thing that drove this country into the ground. This is what opened the door to all the jobs leaving. This is what opened the door to the fundamentals of the United States to come crumbling down to the ground. And it, because of this situation here, the North American Free Trade Agreement and others like it, is why the U.S. is in the situation it is now. You know, I just don't understand. You know, this whole thing started way back with Ronald Reagan, Bill Clinton, right into the Bush era, and now here we are with Obama. And he's hailing this thing as if it's been some great commodity and a great deal for the U.S. people, and he compares it to the North American Free Trade Agreement, which is just beyond me. It's beyond me. And he's so happy. He's so hurrah about it. Is that it says right here? It can put as many as 70,000 Americans back to work. Well, 70,000 Americans is a drop in the bucket for all of the people who have lost their jobs. 70,000 Americans isn't going to do squat. Really, it's not. It's not going to do squat. And it says the export of goods to South Korea could soar to $10 billion. Well, if we go by their facts and figures, by the job numbers and all the jobs that they've created with the bailout and this and that, you know, I can actually say that 10 billion is going to end up being about maybe, what, 500 million maybe? I mean, the way that this cabinet expands on numbers and exaggerates numbers is just unbelievable. It's just crazy. But anyway, moving on still with Obama. Is Obama selling out liberals who elected him? Now this is funny because ever since the midterm elections, it seems as though Obama has lost his sense of direction as being president. I mean, he didn't have much of a direction anyway, but now it seems like he's just fluttering along with the title of President of the United States. And what he's done is he has agreed on the tax cuts to keep them in line for the next 2 years, and he's agreed on long-term unemployment, which I think that is kind of a double-edged sword, but if it were me, I would want my unemployment benefits, so I really can't bitch about that too much. So I do have friends who were on that list whose money did run out, and it's just not good for them. But to extend the benefits without a better plan, like I said, it's like a double-edged sword. What do you do? But anyway, it seems as though the Democrats are really, really angry with Obama, and it seems as like everything is just falling to pieces for his presidency. And again, that is just a reflection on him not being able to be a good president. It's just, it's not amazing to see that this is happening because everything he has promised either hasn't happened, or if it did happen, it didn't nearly happen as much as he had promised. And last but not least, this has to do, I think partly to the Patriot Act, and you know, all airlines are gathering passenger information to check against terror lists. And I understand there was a terror list before, there was a no-fly list, but now they actually stepped up this process a few steps where now when they take your information, they're actually storing it in a computer or whatever, but they're storing it somewhere to where that information is never going to be released to the public. And what they're doing is they're collecting their names, addresses, birth dates, sex, eye color, hair color, weight. They're collecting all this information now, and it's as soon as you buy an airplane ticket that this information is taken and given right to the I don't know if it's going to Homeland Security. I'm assuming it would, or it's going to the TSA, whichever one it's going to. But again, they're just clamping down, making more laws that most Americans don't even know about, and this is just adding to the bigger government policies that they already have. And again, as you folks know, the Patriot Act was stepped up a couple steps, a couple of things that they've added to the Patriot Act, like you got to watch your words now, and when you had to before, but now they have it to where you really got to watch what you say. And I'm not saying that I'm afraid of saying things or this or that or the other. By no means, I'm an American. I mean, by no means am I afraid. I am an American, and I will speak my mind. But it's just this big government crap is getting out of control. And honestly, I don't know where it's going, because the next president to come in, Obama most likely is not going to get reelected, but the next president to come in is just going to fall right into the same pattern. Is going to be another puppet and is going to do exactly what the elites want them to do. So, scary times, people. Scary, scary times. A lot of things going on right now, and it's hard to put my finger on any one thing and say, yeah, this is what's going to happen. But it seems as though every day we're inching closer and closer and closer to something, whether it's going to be a monetary crash or it's going to be a weather situation. It's hard to say what's going to happen, but I know most of you are ready. I know I'm ready. But you guys take care. Have a good day.